Hey Taurus, welcome to your energy reading for what your spirit guides would like to tell you at this time. You clicked on this video because there's something in here spirit has for you. So let's see what that is. Of course, as always, take what makes sense for you and your story. If anything does connect, if you don't mind supporting with a like, comment, subscribe, it really does help me out a lot. Of course, we'd love to have you a part of the channel. So welcome in if you are new. And let's just see where we go and jump right on into it. What's going on with Taurus? What did their spirit guides want to talk about with them right now? What is most important? Thank you. Let's see. What is going on with Taurus? Okay, so we have the High Priestess here. Interesting. Something about your intuition, spiritual knowledge, your belief system, maybe having some sort of epiphany, awakening, enlightenment. Maybe you're seeing signs, synchronicities around, or there's just something about your intuitive insight where like you're starting to make a correlation about certain things that may seem like almost either surreal. I don't know if you're having like deja vu or just like certain situations where it's like maybe you think of someone and then they call, or like you're having a conversation with somebody and like you think they're about to say something and then they do, or you're having like really intense dreams that are certain messages that may be playing out in your daily life, something like this. So you could also be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could have this in your chart. So maybe check out your other zodiac signs in your chart if you feel called to it. There's something also here about yin and yang energy coming through. So I don't know if like Buddhism is significant to some of you. For some reason that's coming through with the yin and yang here. This card is talking about meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom you receive. So yeah, there's something it feels like you're learning around this time having to do with your spiritual connection. We all have intuition. It doesn't matter what sign you are. Now, of course, just like anything, there's more people, there are people who are more experienced. There are people who aren't as experienced, or some people who are more aligned with their intuitive insight than others. So it really just depends on kind of like where you are on that scale or spectrum. I don't know why autism is coming through a little bit. I don't know if somebody's autistic or has someone in their life that may be autistic. I know that is so random. I don't ever get that with this card, but it's just coming through my own intuition. So there could be something about that for some of you. It just feels like this is a time to really like align with your soul's calling. Like, I don't know if there's something that you feel drawn to, or maybe you just have this strong knowing within your being that it's like, I know I'm meant for something important. I don't really know exactly what that is, but I feel like maybe it could be this, but I'm not really sure. And so, you know, maybe there are a few different things that you have wanted to do in your life, or whatever it is you're wanting to be, do, or have. Again, everyone's story is different. This will apply differently, so take it as it makes sense for your story. But there's something important coming through that Spirit is wanting you to awaken to, almost like a wish or a dream that maybe you once thought was not possible for you, or maybe you still don't know that it's possible for you. Something about also integration here, finding balance. Between, especially when it comes to between like your spiritual practices and then like applying it practically, something like that. Let's see what else wants to come up for you. Hopefully that was making sense, Taurus, but let's just see what else is going on with Taurus. Nine of Cups, yes. So again, something about your wish, something about a dream, something about fulfillment, something that you have always wanted, that you're just like, I know I'm meant to have this. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna make it or get it, but I just know I am deserving of this person, place, or thing, or this feeling. I'm wanting this feeling. I'm reaching for this feeling. And it's almost like another feeling of like, I just know that there's so much more than what I am currently experiencing, or so much more to learn or know than I know right now. And that's where I feel like the high priestess is coming through as well, to say like, you're awakening to some sort of new sense of like what your capabilities are, or like didn't fully realize like how connected you truly are to spirit, or how much of a powerful creator you truly are, because we all are God in human form. This is my belief is that this is a law of attraction based universe. So what you believe is what you receive, and knowing that you can create whatever it is that you are wanting, just based on how you are seeing life and how you are choosing to feel. But I feel like this is definitely a time where I feel like, because nines to me, and well, in numerology, they do represent ending. So I don't know. I feel like you're either have, I'm trying to get my words right. Either you have gone through some sort of ending, or there is some sort of ending that you may be on the brink of, when it comes to releasing like what's not serving you, or releasing old belief systems, or trying things in a different way than like the tried and true path or something. It's kind of like, there's like the beaten path that you may walk in a forest on, but you can also chart your own path, kind of thing. So it's like, if you are being called in a certain direction, even if it doesn't fully make sense, you're being called to that. And to trust in yourself. I'm also noticing there's another yin and yang symbol there. So again, there's something here about this balance of light and dark, and also knowing that you don't have to just pick one thing necessarily, that you can have everything that you're desiring, but you don't have to do it all at once either. So it's like what you are wishing for can manifest for you. This is talking about wishes do come true. Your dreams do become reality. A magical time of life, good fortune, faith in the universe that all will be well. So have trust and faith. And maybe that's something you are also strengthening and doing. Maybe you're doing some sort of research, education too, with the book here in the Apple. It's like there's something about gaining some sort of new spiritual understanding, wisdom, insight that you didn't have before, that is bringing about a sense of fulfillment, but also trust and faith that your dreams can come true and will come true as you follow that spiritual guidance or intuitive wisdom that's calling you. I hope that makes sense. This is something that very much was coming through Capricorn's reading. So I don't know if you have Capricorn in your chart or dealing with one, maybe check out that reading if you feel called to it. Could have some additional messages for you, but let's see what else wants to come through. I really like this energy. Feels like a new beginning of like, a sense of adventure, a sense of like, what's out there, what am I capable of, like what's my potential, and wanting to see where that leads you. Holy freaking shit, are you kidding me? Well, thanks for that huge confirmation, Spirit. The Ace of freaking Pentacles. And did I not just say going down a path and talking about seeing your potential? This is literally a card of potential with the Ace of Pentacles. And this is a blessing from the universe. This is an opportunity to chart a new path, or follow this path that Spirit is trying to lead you down. Because it's like, I always say that we're always guided through our intuition, but I also say too, like, we're always inspired to take action, or get like impulses to say things, do things, whatever it is. I just feel that, especially with my nose itching too, like I just feel that there's something about you being spiritually guided around this time to believe in your dreams and what it is that you are wishing for. And that by doing that, you are literally effectively attracting in a manifestation of a new beginning. And literally, that's what I was saying before, that you are going through or have, again, past, present, future will be different for everyone. So either this has happened, is happening, or has yet to happen. But this is confirming what I'm saying, that there is some sort of ending of one way of living, and opening yourself up to a blessing and opportunity to go down a certain path that is filled with potential and also abundance. This is saying a windfall of abundance, wise counsel, or good fortune, an exciting career opportunity, a lucrative contract, significant purchases like a home or a vehicle. So these are things that I feel are on your path moving forward, and you're just being called to use the knowledge that you are gaining, because again, she's holding a book and she's holding a rabbit here. So it's like confirmation, even more so, of you following your intuition that is going to lead you to these blessings, to these manifestations that are going to match what you have wanted for so long. And then you have the Justice card at the bottom of the deck, which is Libra energy, but this is the scales balancing. These are this is like everything being set right. This is good karma, is what I feel as well. And especially if you've dealt with like a major ending, because you have the Ten of Swords as well. So again, another confirmation of maybe an ending. And with this being Swords energy, it represents your mind, your perspective, your thoughts, your belief system even. But, of course, it could be like a physical ending in some way, like leaving a home, leaving a job, leaving a relationship, something like this. But this feels so significant to your personal, individual, independent life journey, this spiritual calling, something that is leading you towards some sort of wish fulfillment, abundance, happiness, and joy. Like, again, being able to really attract it all. It may not all happen at once necessarily, although it can, but I just feel like it's kind of like this snowball effect, like one thing leads into another. So I really am loving this energy for you. This Justice card is saying, be impartial and objective, stand up for what you believe, try to see all sides of a situation. You will win if your position is one of integrity. So for some reason, it kind of makes me feel maybe there has been some challenges possibly with other people, or it could have been like society even as well. I don't typically say stuff like this. I don't know if some of you are dealing with some sort of legal situation, but I will say, like, it does feel very positive that will be resolved easily. And it just feels like whatever these big challenges are, they are falling away. It's just this is a new opportunity for your happiness and joy, and to really let go of what's brought you like sadness or disappointment, or that really people, places, and things that have just held you back from really stepping into your power and changing your life for the better. Or maybe this is something that had happened. Again, I'm not really sure whether this is past, present, and future for you. But I just definitely feel that this is a time of a great ending and new beginning, and that you are being set on a new path that Spirit is leading you down in order to achieve this. So I really love this. I feel like there's another card in here I want to pull for you, Taurus. Yes. Okay. So, and then there's your energy too at the bottom of the deck with wise counsel with the Hierophant here. So again, something about spiritual wisdom, spiritual guidance that is coming through for you, Taurus, that is trying to guide you away from this egotistical perspective, or dealing with other people that haven't had your best interest. Maybe people that have been hard on you, or that have not been in alignment with your wish fulfillment and what you're looking to move towards. This ego card is Capricorn as well. This Knight of Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. So you could have that in your chart or be dealing with one. Again, check the Capricorn reading if you feel connected to it. But this ego card is saying the illusion of being trapped, accept responsibility for your situation, and then make choices that support your path to happiness. Your path to happiness. I'm telling you, this is all happening for a divine purpose. Whatever this ending is for you, Taurus, I almost called you Capricorn. Whatever this ending is for you, it is happening in order for you to be broken free so that you can chart down this new path of clarity. That's where this justice is coming through. It's like you being relieved from what has held you back from moving forward towards your dream life. And so the Knight of Swords is talking about, or wait, I didn't even read the ego card. The ego card says the illusion of being trapped. Or wait, did I? Oh, I just didn't finish the card. That's what it was. Well, I'm going to read it again just so you have clarity. So this says the illusion of being trapped, accept responsibility for your situation, and then make choices that support your path to happiness, addictions or unhealthy habits. So if there has been any addictions or unhealthy habits, I feel like that's something that you are integrating as far as like making changes. It doesn't have to happen overnight. Don't be hard on yourself with this Knight of Swords energy. Just take your time with it and follow what feels the best. But you definitely are being spiritually guided and protected. I don't know if cardinals are significant to you or birds in general. It could be some of these spiritual messages or signs that are coming through for you. But this Knight of Swords talks about being decisive, focused, driven, defensive, events that move with great speed, choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional, sudden or unexpected changes, review your options carefully. So it's like slow and steady wins the race. And again, like using what you have learned, using this spiritual knowledge or newfound understanding about, who you are, what you're capable of, and what you want to move towards, and having the wise counsel within your intuitive guidance, or even seeking guidance from others, tarot readings, or, finding spiritual advice through your research and education. Maybe there's like books you're reading or learning things online. But this Hierophant card is saying unity with a spiritually minded community. Ask the divine for help and trust the answers that come. So trust in your intuitive guidance. This says compare traditional methods with new ideas to see which is best for you. And it's interesting because, there's, holy shit, there's that fucking yin and yang again. It's hard to see, but maybe it'll focus. I don't know. Anyways, it's right there on the ground. It's hard to see, but it's come up in this reading a few times. Did it? Holy shit. Wait. Yeah, okay, it did. I was like, was this in Capricorn's reading? Like, what the hell? But no, it's here 3 times. So yeah, something very strong about Capricorn. I don't know what's going on with that, Taurus. Definitely check out that reading. But I'm telling you, you're on your way to joy. This is a time of transition and evolution and growth and moving away from your ego-driven life to a more intuitive, spiritually driven life. I hope that makes sense, but it's a beautiful thing. Let's go ahead and see what spirit guide messages with this oracle deck want to say to you. What else is most important to remind Tauruses around this time? Caregiver. Okay, so we have caregiver here, and I want to take this one at the bottom too, talking about listen. Okay, I gotta take this one too, just because it's so on point. Okay, gosh, one more. Okay, yeah, fuck it. Okay, so I got 4 cards for you. Now, but this is like, so you have caregiver here, so it's being kind to yourself, loving to yourself, and putting yourself first before anyone else. And some people can call that selfish, but being selfish is important. Obviously being a caregiver, being a kind person, but also making sure you're being taken care of. So just keep that in mind on this path moving forward. That's another thing with like the ego card, which is the devil card with this Knight of Swords. Like, don't be hard on yourself. Like, yes, break the chains of, whatever you're tied to that's not healthy for you. I feel like you are being supported by spirit and doing this, but just make sure you're being easy on yourself and giving yourself grace in this time of change and breaking old habits and breaking away from this ego type of perspective in life. Caregiver is saying, we are with you, and spirit has its own way of recognizing the care and love you provide to others, especially at the end of their lives, just as you received care and love at the start of your life. So maybe there's something about a parent coming through that you have taken care of, or may be taken care of in some way, or there is like a loved one on the other side. It could be a parent, grandparent, something like that, ancestor even, that is helping care for you on this path moving forward. This says caregivers often focus all their attention on their loved ones and often neglect their own concerns and well-being in the process. So it's almost like maybe for a select few of you, there was someone that you cared for at the end of their life and they crossed over, but now it's time for you to live your life. Know that they are on the other side helping you and guiding you and supporting you, and maybe sending you signs and synchronicities. But you are being spoken to by spirit, which is again why you have the high priestess here, because you're being called to tap into your intuitive guidance, into your psychic abilities, into you being able to receive the messages from the divine. All you have to do is listen. This says you have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone or a spirit. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not to just what's being said, but to what lies beneath the words. So it's kind of like, sometimes spirit can really speak through symbols and certain messages that may not fully make sense. But there are messages there that may make sense later on. And I will say too, especially when we're talking about like a spiritual community, a spiritual advisor, or like even religion, it's like you don't have to necessarily hold on, and not saying you're doing this, but it's not that you have to hang on to every single word that is spoken. It's like being able to really get the essence, which I feel that for the most part, you're able to really gauge with your intuitive abilities, but it's just asking you to really like take what makes sense for you and what speaks to your soul, and just leave the rest of it. Don't feel like it's necessary to, incorporate every little aspect of whatever it is that you're learning in your spiritual education around this time. I hope that makes sense. You also have stay connected here, which is saying we all are born connected to spirit, often known as the divine source. Yet many of us have a tendency to pull away from that connection as we journey through life here in the physical world, which is literally what I feel this ego card is talking about. Sometimes life really has its way with us and really puts us in these chains and puts blindfolds on us so that we are not able to really connect as much as we are able to our soul and who we truly are and what we're capable of as humans, with being souls with bodies, not bodies with souls. Like, our souls are the driver of the body, basically. But it's understandable because society conditions us so much, and it's easy to get kind of caught up with that. But that's why I feel like this is such an important time of like evolution in your spiritual awakening. This card is saying now is an important time to reconnect to the source, which I feel like you are doing or will be doing. Then you have trust. So again, it's like trusting in the compass of your heart and soul that is guiding you towards this new life, this fulfillment, this abundance, this dream, whatever it is for you. This says while your logical mind, again, the ego being the logical mind, is dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path, the high priestess. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. This is the path of spirit that is guiding you forward on this path towards this happiness, this joy and abundance, mind, body, and soul. It's really like, I know it sounds grand and maybe even sounds a little far-fetched, but that's only coming from the ego. That's like, who do you think you are? You think you can be truly happy and have everything that you want? You really think you can have like $1 million? This is something that also I think came up in Capricorn's reading as well. So it's like not letting your ego get the best of you and trusting in Spirit's call within you towards what you are more than capable of achieving. You're just being called to trust in the path moving forward and not lose hope or doubt your belief in what you are able to be, do, or have in this life. But hopefully all of that made sense and connected for you, Taurus. I'm really wishing you the best. It feels like you're on a great path towards a great life, so don't lose hope. But if anything did connect, definitely let me know down below. If you would like to donate or book a reading with me, you can do so through my link tree, which is down below in the description box. Thank you to everyone who has donated. It really has helped out my business so much, so thank you for your support. And until next time, Taurus, have a blessed day.